future's just begun. And all I know is that we lost time. If we stay right here, we could free ourselves inside. We'll stay awake forever. We'll hide away where no one knows. Let's run away together. Just lead me into your world.
This is trophi.ai, an AI Rocket League coach, and it's absolutely crazy what you can do with this. If you've ever heard of ballchasing.com, it's a lot like that, but on steroids.
You can press P and a pro demo will come up, and this is what's so cool and so unique about Trophi, is that this is not seen anywhere else, and it's just a great way to kind of show you how to do a training pack without having to side by side watch a YouTube video.
And this is actually really cool. Training paths. So you basically, you know the skill trees from Assassin's Creed, Spider-Man, Sekiro, you know that sort of games where you have to, you get skill points, use them, you unlock new skills. This is sort of very similar, but instead of actually getting skill points, you're actually doing the mechs. And also a cool feature as well, guys, watch this. You can slow it down. You can actually slow-mo it like this. So if you're really struggling, what you need to do, you can actually look for yourself and just have a look at them exact movements that you're doing there. Look, it's really cool. I really like it. And
alongside helping with mechanics, it also has a feature that analyzes any of your saved replays. That way you can see what you're doing well and what you need to improve on. It even has this cool post-game analysis that you can see stats from the game you just played.
This isn't just merch, it's what teams wear when they mean business. Every stitch, every print, every detail, made to perform. Trusted by the grind, from grassroots to championship halls. Build your team store. Wear the brand that wins. SpartanWare, trusted by the grind.
What a great day we had in the Academy tier yesterday as Team Serenito crowned themselves champions, but now we get to do it all again here in the Prospect tier today. My name is Hodge, and joining alongside me on the B stream for your very first series of the day, your upper semi-final, it is MGK. MGK, we had a great series yesterday that we covered, and we've got another one here today. Upper bracket semi-final, best of 7 territory here for both of these teams. I mean, there's no other way of looking at this, right? You win, you go through to guaranteed top 3, you go through the upper bracket, you go through to that upper final, you lose, and you've got quite a difficult day ahead of you.
That's right, and yesterday with the predictions, you've been a madman. I gotta give it to you. Just only one prediction off. That was pretty awesome. So today we have DSQ and Mistaken, isn't that right?
It is. We've got DSQ, Kayano, and Mistaken Devotion here. And I wonder if we can quickly pull up the bracket and just see. Oh, we'll do that in a second. We're going to talk through team stats first, then we'll pull up the bracket afterwards. But yeah, as we see here, DSQ, Kayano, Mistaken Devotion, first in I'm trying to think, first in the Glaciers conference for DSQ Kayano, and second in the Ignis conference there for Mistaken Devotion. Two teams who have had pretty good performances across the season so far, but this is where playoff form takes over, and a form across the season does not matter.
Yeah, that's right. I'm seeing pretty big similarities here. We see the goals that have been given are really, really close together. The saves as well. So today we might see real close game, though. We're gonna have to see, because either team could just unleash themselves and destroy the other one, or it could be just a passive game overall.
Well, here's the bracket on your screen right now. As you can see, we've got multiple matches going on at the same time here. 4 to be exact. 3 of them on stream. Now, you might be looking at that thinking, 3? We've got 3 matches on stream to start the day? That is correct. We've got 3 different matches. We've got, obviously, this match here on the B stream, Mistaken Devotion versus DSQ Kayano. Then we've got Volps Rupelli, versus Sanctuary Shrine on the main stream right now, which is rsc_eu. And then happening over on the C stream, we have Team Berserkers Yamagis versus Chrome Fenrir, and that is happening over on Master FB's Twitch channel, which I believe is just Master FB. I could be wrong with that, but we've got action all over the place here. It's going to be a very interesting day. And you're going to want to stay tuned, because what a day it is going to be across the entire playoff day. I said day a lot there, but it's a long day, and it starts somewhere, and it starts with the talent predictions. How do we think this one's going to go? And we'll make our predictions for this series in a second here, MGK. But in terms of the predictions across the board here that some of the casters have made, we've got quite a varied range of teams that people think could be coming out on top.
Yeah, that's right. We've seen really big varieties here. Everyone looks like has their own opinion, though. We can see small similarity, though not as many. We're gonna have to see who has the best predictions.
Yeah, we are indeed. You see my predictions there. I've gone for Sanctuary coming out as champions. We'll see how that sort of fares. But we do have one team in the lobby, so just waiting on our second. And then we'll be able to get started here. It's going to be a great, great day. And we've got to talk our predictions here, MGK. So, I don't know, what have you got first?
Hey, I think I'm be real with you. I think Mistaken is going to take this one with a 4-1. What about you?
I think this could be a close one. I actually think this is probably going to be closer than a lot of people think. I do have DSQ winning this one. As much as I would probably like Mistaken to win this, just, makes it more interesting, have that upset a little bit. But I do have DSQ winning it in Game 7, giving 4-3 to DSQ here on this one, because I think they just have the edge. I think they have the better roster on paper, and they've got, players with a lot of experience who know how to sort of transfer that form onto the pitch when they need to on their day. So we'll see how that pays off for them. Still waiting on DSQ to get themselves joined on into the lobby before we get going here with our very first game of the day. And yeah, it's an amazing one. Let's have a look and see actually on my other monitor if any of the other games have started. We do have the one of them underway already here. That is our mainstream game, Sanctuary Shrine versus Volps Rupelli. And I'm just having a look at the C stream as well. And it looks like that one's just starting as well. So we've got loads of different matches to keep up with, and obviously that off-stream match too. So lots of matches to keep an eye on across the board here, but for now we have everything ready to go. The players are here, so I think it's time to kick off this match here. We've got a upper semi-final to begin here, MGK, and well, it's Mistaken who are looking to go flawless, who are looking to continue through this upper bracket, but they've got to get through the best that the Glaciers Conference has to offer, the favorites of the tier. It's DSQ Kayano versus Mistaken Devotion here in your first match on the B stream.
Yeah, that's right. Today I'm expecting, as always, I want to see a good match. I want to see both teams applying the pressure. I want them fighting for that win, because it's really crucial. They have to win these games. The first game is really important. It can really determine the morale of either team that wins it.
Well, experience is the name of the game here in Prospect, here in RSC 18. A lot of these top teams filled with players who've been here for multiple years in the RSC community and are looking to get back on top, looking to claim themselves a trophy. That can be a story that's told across a lot of these players in this lobby. Looking at Archeon, owner of the league, been around for years and years and years. Same for everybody on that Mistaken roster. Vapids, Goose, and JPEG, players who've been here since the likes of rsc-eu and beyond. So I'm looking at 5 years there each on that roster of experience. But can they do it today? Can they do it here and now when it matters? Already into game one here, MGK, and well, it is. I guess we don't have an overlay quite working just yet, but we do have certainly a game that's underway, albeit no goals just yet.
Yeah, we're seeing just more back and forth though. As I usually say, I think the first game is mostly warm-up, but we're seeing already action now. Though it took about 1 minute for both teams to warm themselves up. It's probably gonna take the whole game. That's how it goes. Usually, it's how the game is played. We're gonna have to see which team can warm up the best, the fastest, and which can do the most destruction in these games.
Hey, there we go. We got the overlay working. I thought we were going to play a little bit of like a guess how long's left in the game sort of mini game here, but no, we've got everything underway. Massive shout out to Flair for getting that one sorted as quickly as possible. But here we go. We're continuing on in the action and still goalless. If you look at these players, we talk about experience, MGK. Maybe not in the prospect here, but JPEG, after multiple years of being stuck in academy, stuck in that lowest tier, won it last season. And now moved up into the prospect here. The questions were asked, would he still perform? Well, the answer's been yes this season. Or will he continue to do that here on playoffs day? Goose touchdown field. Mason gonna catch. Gonna try and get that one, but JPEG just sort of domes him there. Goose with a follow-up back over to Vapids. Some touches that could be placed a little bit better here for MTK. And will DSQ look to punish down the other side?
Yeah, that's right. We're seeing some touches that could be better indeed, though not crucial mistakes that could put themselves one goal behind. We're seeing just small mistakes as of now. Both teams just going mostly back and forth, as I said before. We're seeing action coming from both of them, pressure applied there. Now the biggest question is which team will fall down the pressure first, because we're seeing shots on goal, we're seeing small saves, but we are seeing them now with the ball being into the air. Vapids trying to take control of the ball. JPEG pushing it from in front of the goal there. JPEG into the air with the ball. Can he dribble? Almost there. Almost taking control of the ball. Goosey trying to put it into the front of the net there. Not denied from the backboard there. Mason trying to take control of the ball up into the air there. We're seeing mostly an action in Keanu's half here. We're seeing Devotion applying the pressure, and the pressure might pay off in just a little bit here. They have space to work with, though they have to manage that space in order to make something out of it.
Well, it will be the shot threatened there by Devotion, but down the other side, JPEG's got to be careful there, because Archeon's lurking for the long shot snipe over the top of all of the last defenders. It's DSQ Kayano who strike first. It took a while, but things have started to get going.
Yeah, it looks like they finally warmed up. Their shot coming from Keanu's half and straight into Devotion's net. There's nobody back on defense. Such a big mistake there coming from Devotion. Somebody should have been there, or at least somebody there to challenge the ball.
Oh, well, down the other side now, it's Mistaken Devotion who want a bit of a sniff of the attack, and it's Vapids who's going to look to try and make it happen. Rule one there in the offensive side of Devotion's field. Let's see how good their 2v2 game is, as Vapids and Goose, the two high players now, tasked with taking on Omar and Mason. The two new pickups here for DSQ, signed late in the season, in place. Some of those old players, Mason sort of come down after a bit of a stint in Chali. And Omar as well, lots of experience on his side of things. But it's back over to Goose. He's looking to try and slot the shot. Vapids as well to the back wall. Follow up, where is it? Nowhere to be found. Mason clearing out, and DSQ just looking to hold on for 20 more seconds.
Yeah, Devotion here looking for that equalizer. Will they get it? Because they have to get it as soon as possible with 10 seconds left on the clock. They need to keep that ball up into the air and try to make something. Expect a small mistake here from Keanu, but it doesn't look like they're looking forward to letting Devotion have the equalizer. The ball touches the ground and it's game over. Keanu taking the first game here.
Yeah, DSQ Keanu take the first game of the series in the fashion that we expect them to. But it was a close sort of battle throughout there, MGK. It felt like, you know, Devotion were making them work for it a little bit. But when it came to putting the shot away, when it came to sort of finding that final finish that they needed, they just weren't quite able to do it. Whereas Keanu were able to take advantage of the mistakes that Devotion sort of exposed a little bit more there. So as we head into game number 2 and as we keep going through this best of 7, I'm interested to see if Devotion are able to push back a little bit because, you know, that game, it wasn't all bad for them. They had some wonderful moments as well, and if they can keep that up, I'd be well inclined to believe that they're able to you know, continue doing a little bit of that and a little bit of this and impressing here. So we will see. But for now, game number 2 going to be getting started very, very shortly, and DSQ going to look to continue off of what was an incredible start to them for the series.
Yeah, we've seen some action there coming from Devotion, but it seems like it was not enough there with Keanu getting the first game. We need to see more of Devotion and less of Keanu if they want to make something out of this, because this first game being a loss will possibly take them back a little bit there, and it might affect them in the future games.
Well, we'll have to see. Here we go, game number 2. Let's find out how this one's going to go. A little bit of an update across the board. Volbs Rupelli took the first game off of Sanctuary Shrine. Chrome Fenrir took the first game off of TBK Margus. And Alpha Surge Hot Burple took the first game off of ODL Temba, playing with an Academy sub up into Zeke. So, a lot of things happening across the board. But will it stay chaotic or will order be restored here in the prospect here? JPEG starting to race back over to that corner. Archeon hassling on that back wall. JPEG will continue to hold that into his possession. Goose with a great beat, trying to set himself up for the double tap! And he might be a Goose, but he's certainly barking here on the Forbidden Temple. Game number 2, and Mistaken Devotion want to make it theirs.
What a mad double touch coming in early. Just 30 seconds passed and it looks like Goosey Boy is just looking to put it to the back of the net now. We have Devotion here taking the lead very early, which is really, really good for them because they would really love now to get this game too, right? So they gotta keep up that pressure. Maybe now try to play a little bit more defensively, keep that lead, and they might just have a chance. No, it looks like they can't! Mason is here to prove me wrong, putting it into the back of the net now. 1-1 finding the equalizer, just 20 seconds passed since the first goal, and they already find the equalizer. We need to see Devotion try to do something here because it looks like they're taking the goal, the lead, but they're just immediately conceding. It's the problem is here. They have to solve it. I'm not really sure what they're doing wrong, but we gotta find out soon enough, and they have to fix that.
They certainly do, because DSQ are on the prowl, and JPEG's going to have to sort of shift that one out over to the side. We'll also pick up the demo onto Mason. There's Omar now left here to do it all. We'll have some support coming in soon, but is it soon enough? Yes, that is the case. Vapid's also intervening, but will be taken away there by DSQ, as they're going to look to now try and take the lead after finding the equalizer. JPEG back on over to Goose, looking for the connection once again, and Goose will have that shot, but this time it's a different story. This time it's saved out by Archeon. Pressure from Devotion starting to circle, and Devotion now showing up on Playoffs Sunday with their main roster after having to play their sub in Nathan in their play-ins matchup. That didn't matter. They were still able to make light work of Chrome Fenrir, and they're going to look to do the same thing here today against DSQ with their full team.
Yeah, looks like we're kind of back to that pace that we've seen last game with the back and forth, though it looks like Devotion is trying to do something better now because as they lost the first game, they need the second one to, you know, keep that hope up, you know, keep that morale up. They really need it. Now they're really trying to pin back Keanu here and make them make a mistake, but it looks like Mason is just denying that shot on the goal there. Vappy trying to maybe pass it from the side or couldn't do it. Erkion to the backboard, no GPA, just not letting them do that. Now we have a lot of action here in Devotion's half. Now they're the ones being back. We have dangerous situations here coming from both teams, and one of them might just mean a goal, though we're gonna have to see that because both are holding up pretty strongly here with some really great saves that keep both teams into the game.
Definitely the case. Mason playing that 50 from his own corner. Ark trying to intervene. Well, picked up there by Goosey, trying to slot that one top shelf, but Mason and Omar combined there to sort of get that one away. JPEG just trying to keep this in the hands of Devotion here. Circle that possession. And actually, this seems sort of been interesting how it's been built, right? This Mistaken Devotion side and the roster built by JPEG as the AGM of the team. His first season AGMing, and he's looking for some great success. Already had some decent results in Academy yesterday. But a team of players that he built after playing with them seasons ago, back when he first started his RSC career, back in RSC 8. And wanted to have another run with them this season. Built the team around him to do just that, and it's been working wonders for them across RSC 18, 10 seasons on from that season back when they started. But a minute left of this one, and which way will the ice break? Will it go to Mistaken Devotion, or will DSQ Kayano's first seed sort of power reign terror?
We're gonna have to see, and that question will be answered in the following minute or in overtime if needed. Now we're seeing action coming from Keanu. Looks like we might be going actually in overtime. Now looks like Devotion are holding themselves in this one. I've seen just a lot of positional play now, aggression as well, but not as much. We've seen many passes, we've seen precision goals, we've seen much less of that aggression that we've seen in the last game. Just as I say that, a great pass coming from the corner to Omar, and Omar really great positioning play there and into the back of the net, taking the lead there for Keanu.
Yeah, it's the DSQ new gen connection there between Mason and Omar, and it could just be the connection that wins them game number 2 here. And what a showing that DSQ have brought to the table here in this upper semi-final. But JPEG gonna look to try and get that one down over to Goose. Will be Vapid who flies through on the 50. Mason tips it up as well. JPEG re-entering the play and now looking to sort of help his teammate out there. Goose with a sort of shot downfield, but a weak touch, and now this will send itself down over to the opposite corner. DSQ, all they need is to ground it. They want to add some style points on the end, but it won't matter. Kayano 2-0 up in the series, well on their way to an upper finals.
Yeah, now taking game 2, coming up game 3. Real unfortunate here though. I'm really sorry for Devotion. Could have been worse, could have been better, though that's the final score we're seeing here. The difference is there, though. We're seeing so many shots that are coming from Devotion, though not as many goals, and that's kind of surprising. Keanu there with the saves, you know, really nice coming from both teams, but Keanu took this one as well.
Certainly did, certainly did. I'm just having a look at some of these other streams to see what's happening around the block. Berserkers Yumagis currently 2-0 over Chrome Femria in game 2, and they're going to level the series 1-1. That's on the C stream now, on Master FB on Twitch. On the A stream, rsc-eu, it is Volps Rupelli who lead 2-0 over Sanctuary Shrine. So another interesting result happening over there with, you know, maybe the slight underdog leading and over the first seed of Shrine. And then here on the B stream, we do see DSQ Kayano 2-0 up over their opponent's Mistaken Devotion. Will this continue, or will things change a little bit? And then the off-stream game as well, streamed in the Discord VC. ODL Tenma versus Alpha Surge Hot Purple, currently 1-1 right now there. So a little bit of an update across the grounds, but here we go, game number 3. A crucial game for Mistaken Devotion here, MGK, because if they don't win this, it's a reverse sweep that they're going to be looking at.
Yeah, Devotion have to do something immediately. They need a change of strategy there. I think what they need right now is a timeout. It's free. They need it. Right now they gotta talk with themselves and say, look, we have to change this and that in order to get the goals, because it doesn't look like they're gonna do anything if they keep on with this pace.
It certainly does not. But here we go. It's a close game that's been played by them for the majority of game 1 and the majority of game 2, but it's been DSQ just found the edge time and time again, and it's Archeon with the big save there on the goal line.
Now, most of the games is just about who gets the last goal, who gets the last touch and puts it into the net, because you can be equal for the whole match, you can see equal saves, equal shots on goal, but the last moment, the last second when someone gets that last minute goal, it's exactly what matters, and that in the final moments is what counts the most.
Mason now taking this up into his own hands. Vapids, the collection. So Omar gonna sort of drop that one down. Archeon just sort of hunting for the demo onto Goosey, or maybe just trying to steal that boost away. Either way, just making Mistaken Devotion even more awkward as they try and encroach down this pitch. Mason and the beat out there onto the first man of Devotion. And Archeon is trying to track this one back over to JPEG. Maybe could find a better place to put that, as this now gives Mistaken Devotion an opportunity to cycle their attack. JPEG to the back wall, great bump onto Mason. Omar waiting below, and the pressure just needs to be quicker than that from Devotion.
Yeah, they've got a lot more space to work with. They have to do something with it, you know. The pressure is starting to build, though. The question is, can Piano get out of this pressure and apply it themselves? Because we've seen a lot of great plays by them when they played positionally, though not as many when they were aggressive. So that might be the way right now. It looks like it's really effective against Devotion. Now, Devotion themselves have played a little bit more aggressive, though still leaning towards a more positional kind of play, as we've seen now with that beautiful pass there, and Vapid's right on it. They're trying to put it into the back of the net, couldn't quite do it though. Omar trying to take control of the ball, couldn't quite. Now up into the air with Vapids is a small pinch there. We're seeing to the other side of the map now, coming with JPEG. Mason challenging the ball there. Goosey Boy up into the air with the ball, double touches that one from the corner. No, just denied from the corner. It looks like Piano are now looking forward to letting Devotion put the ball in front of the net, or at least next to the net, and that's what I think kept them in the game up until now, because look at how many chances Piano has got, and Devotion as well, though it looks like that hasn't been enough.
This is getting ridiculous here from Devotion. You've got 8 shots and you've not been able to put a single one of them away. And a lot of this is, you know, they've got the bumps onto the last man, and there's just not a second man close enough to really follow up the touch. You've just got to play a little bit closer here together, a little bit faster, a little bit more synchronized, because you know, DSQ are just essentially making the stops and then picking them apart where they stand. Goose got a lot of space to work with here, should be able to re-aggress onto that ball. And Mason just going to pick it straight up and bang it straight down the other side. We could be looking at 1 goal between these two here, MGK, to settle the difference.
Yeah, as we've seen in the last match, Devotion, as it's happening right now, they have so many more shots on goal, but not even 1 goal. Piano doesn't have even 1 shot on goal, and somehow they try and usually get that goal in with even just 1 or 2 shots on goal. Devotion having 8 shots on goal, but not even 1. I can't even explain how that's possible. I think they're just making that ball and expecting something to happen, but it doesn't happen. Instead, Piano, as we've seen in the last match, they're just waiting for that perfect moment, building up, developing and rotating until they have that perfect moment where they can put it into the back of the net and take the lead.
Well, there's no more of a perfect moment than now here for either of these teams, especially Mistaken Devotion, who need this game, who need to lay claim on this game. And it's JPEG, the Icy Man himself. We saw so much of this guy in the grand finals of Academy last season, pulling off plays that even rival and elite players were impressed by. And it might not be the mechanical, masterful play that we come to know and love from him, but it's the play that was needed from Mistaken, and it's the play that very well could earn them game number 3. All that ball needs to do is hit the ground, and Mistaken Devotion will respond.
Yeah, that's right. Looks like the 9th shot is with luck, as we've seen there. Though it's really just unexpected here, as I can see coming from Keanu, they haven't had that much action. It's full of zeros. You can just notice that, and it's really unfortunate coming from them. I would really expect more.
Yeah, they were sort of hounded by the offense of Devotion there, and it took Devotion a while to get a shot sort of on target, but when they did it, they were able to make good use of it. I'm seeing Archeon there with 5 saves. I mean, they really were backed into a corner, weren't they, Kayano? But I think they're, they're very threatening. We've seen it time and time again on those counter attacks. So Devotion just got to be too careful not to overcommit, not to get a little bit too involved in the play. And then I do think they could be coming back in this series and making things quite a difficult time here for Kayano. But Kayano, we've seen what they can do. We've seen what they'll continue to do. They're the favorites for the tier for a reason. And I would not also be surprised if we see them continue to just rack up those games and continue to surge forward to that upper final. But let's go into game number 4. And while we do that on the rsc-eu mainstream, it is currently 2-1 to Vulps, and on the C stream over on Master FB's Twitch, it is currently 2-1 to Chrome Fenrir in that series, or it will be in the next minute when that timer runs out, because they've got a 2-goal lead to work with right now. And ODL Tenma winning 2-1 over Alpha Surge Hot Burple there. So interesting results all round. The series going to start to get closed out soon, but DSQ got to be careful. Sorry, Mistaken got to be careful, because DSQ's Omar was lurking downfield. Mason's the back wall, already kicking things off here with an aggressive stance on the Coliseum. But MGK, the fireworks quietened for now.
Yeah, looks like it now. Keanu looks like are not letting Devotion out by any means. Not even some kind of space to breathe, though they do eventually make it out and have a moment here to breathe. Though Keanu might just come back, because that's what we've seen in the last match. Unfortunately, we could have seen better, but what they did was effective. Couldn't quite get any kind of shot on goal. They need to do more of that, but positionally, they were very great.
Absolutely were. 4 minutes left of this one. Still, it's been quite a low-scoring affair between these two teams on every single game so far. Defensive battle for DSQ as they've been trying to break out and put a stop to the attacks as best as they possibly can. JPEG trying to get this one down. With Goose to take the shot, but we'll double tap it back on over to the corner where Archeon is waiting. Vapids get back involved as well, but puts the stop there by DSQ, although this could get interesting here for Arc. Has to sort of leap up, make that save. Goose back in field. Vapids looking for the touch, but beat to the punch there by DSQ. Mason looking to roll it down the other side, and JPEG had to be quick. Both teams testing each other, and that's what you love to see from two teams who are fighting for top 3 in the tier.
Yeah, as of now, we've seen mostly the game was in one half, mostly in Keanu's half. They have to change that. I think they need to clear the ball faster, because as you can see, Devotion are just piling up those shots, and one of those shots might just convert to a goal, which could be really unfortunate there for Keanu.
Could be. Have to find out. Vapids will collect this. Arc just domed there, and Vapids try to read the play as well, but Omar's got other ideas. JPEG, to avoid the demos, is able to just sort of be a pain down the other side. Over the top of Goose, that one flies. And Vapids will play that 50. Will fall down to Goose. Mistaken Devotion just hunting on the charge again here, as JPEG's going to be the spearhead of that attack. Over to Mason, who will collect, who will look to continue this assault from the air. 2 minutes left, and this just continues to go back and forth around this center line. Both teams scrapping for anything here, and well, coming up blank every time. Maybe Mason can change that tune. Over to Archeon. DSQ Kayano finding something.
Yeah, that looks like a really nice finish, and positionally he was really good put there. I think the pressure finally got there to Devotion. You have to give it to Keanu though, because they've been pressured for almost the whole game. So now with 2 minutes left, they finally find just a little slip up there from Devotion, and they convert it to a goal now, taking the lead 1-0 against Devotion. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. Can Devotion do anything, any kind of action now, put that aggression to good work and get that equalizer?
Well, Devotion, here's the test. Your shots to conversion rate hasn't been too brilliant across this series, and you've got 1 minute to turn that around, score that goal, level the scoreline, and JPEG going to look to try and do that with a 50 from above. A dunk Archeon won't be feared though at all. And it will be Goose to bring things up into the skies. That's a big mistake, and it has to be covered. Vapids with a bailout there. But DSQ aren't done with this attack. They finally had the chance to break through this game, break out, and unleash their full force onto the Devotion.
Yeah, looks like Keanu are looking to get this game. They're not stopping with those goals, and now Devotion have about a minute left to get 2 goals in order to, get to that equalizer that they need, though chances are very slim. We've seen it happen before, though not as usual. We have the first goal here with 50 seconds left. They need another one real fast now. Now, this became real passable with this goal coming from Goosey Boy. That action was there. The positioning was there. The pass coming from the backward was there. He had everything on the plate, and he served that.
Well, final 45 here. Devotion needs something. Need anything, or its back's against the wall. And it's triple match point here for the side of DSQ Kayano. And you can see JPEG threatening the bumps, Vapid threatening the shot. The Killer Goose looking to re-intervene, but even that is not enough here to take down the almighty DSQ. JPEG, can you find a moment of brilliance? Can you find a moment of magic that you show us every season? And not even that will topple DSQ Kayano. They rebuild off of their Game 3 loss here on the Coliseum, brick by brick, second by second. That timer will tick, that timer will talk. Mason just going to take that one over the top of JPEG. Goose, maybe one last chance, one last attack, but Omar will happily see that to the floor. And DSQ Kayano, 5 minutes away from top 3 in the tier, 5 minutes away from an upper final.
Yeah, Keanu taking this game as well now. Devotion started unleashing way too late there, as you can see here in the match stats. We've seen kind of equal shots there, but the saves kind of weren't enough there from... Actually, both teams had pretty good saves, I'll be honest, but not enough there. So Keanu are taking this game.
Well, we'll find out if they're going to be able to take the next game and move forward into the upper final with a match against either Sanctuary Shrine or Vulps Rupelli. And Vulps Rupelli currently leading that series 3-1 over on the mainstream. Over on Master FB's channel, over on the C stream, that one currently looks destined to go to game number 5 between Berserkers Umagus and Chrome Fenrir. Winner of that moves forward through the lower bracket. Loser is eliminated. Confirmation as well. ODL Tenma 3-1 over Alpha Surge Hot Burple. So they continue to move forward through their lower bracket run. And the loser of this series will play against ODL Tenma in their lower quarterfinal. So if DSQ in the next 5 minutes of Rocket League win the next game here, then Mistaken Devotion going to be dropping to play an ODL Tenma who is looking deadly.
Yeah, Devotion need a win here. They haven't really gotten any, and we need to see more coming from them. Really unfortunate there, but it's doable. They can do it. I believe they can do it. They have to stop for a minute. They need that timeout. I don't know why they're not taking that timeout. They really need it right now.
Well, they think that they don't need it, and we'll see if that's going to sort of pay dividends for them, because some teams, they don't need it, right? Some teams don't really see the point of talking about anything, and you can see why that would be the case, right? Some teams just think, we play our game, we try our best, and we just keep going. We try and, keep surging with that momentum. We don't want to take a break. We don't want to try and sort of let anything drop there. But into game number 5 we go here. Beckwith Park, the scenery and the map where JPEG, famously in the grand finals of Academy last season, scored that crazy overtime goal to lead the series, scored that wave dash off the ceiling, double tap into the back of the net, and went on to win that grand final. Now it's a long way back, and Omar's going to just make it even longer. DSQ Cayano, there will be no fairy tale comeback from Devotion. There will only be dominance, there will only be destruction, and there will certainly be Omar.
Yeah, here we have Keanu. Already they're so sure of getting that 4-0 game that they want to get. You know, we're going to have to see if they can just kind of embarrass Devotion there a little bit, though. I believe Devotion can do something here. And about timeouts, they really should have taken one because, you know, keeping up this kind of momentum that they have right now is real bad. As we see another goal in just 30 seconds. It's 2-0. Keanu leading. Devotion needed a timeout there because that might just give them that little bit of inspiration, that little bit of push from the back to start playing better. They need some kind of motivation because if they keep up this momentum, keep up this pace, it's not going to end up good for them.
Well, there's not been a single game this series where Mistaken has scored more than 2 goals. They're going to have to do that if they want to take down Cayano here. Cayano have been incredible in this series. And it's a new roster that's been built up in the final few weeks, right? A bit of a rebuild around Archeon. And Omar and Mason have come in with a task to do, a task at hand, and are certainly excelling at it. And Goose will bang it downfield. Vapid's going to try and find that redirect. Mason not going to get the touch. JPEG's throw it on the back wall. DSQ tested here on the defense, and they've got a bit of a timer to work with, MGK. They've just got to sort of stall that one out and do what they do best, which is defend and park that bus, because we've seen it so many times. I mean, looking back to game number 2, where Archeon alone had like 5 saves. They can do this, and you know they're going to make it so difficult for Mistaken Devotion to start really putting any shots past them.
Yeah, in my opinion, Devotion should just wait because they have time. They have to wait for Keanu to make some kind of mistake because they will eventually slip up in some way or another, and that will give Devotion the game. Though it looks like they're kind of in a panic state right now because they know they can't really lose this game, and they're just going down deeper and deeper into the hole now. 3-0, we have Keanu leading. 3 minutes left, still doable by Devotion here, though they have to stop conceding goals.
It's clinical from Omar and Mason. It's magical from Cayano. And 3 minutes now they need to survive, and the upper final will be theirs. Let's see if they can continue that offense. As Mason fires a shot, Omar trying to back it up into it. Trying to knock out Mistaken Devotion out of this upper bracket. Knocked them down to play ODL Tenma, who are on a momentum surge after running through the play-ins. Taking down Aspiring Bark, taking down Shadow Obscurity, taking down Alpha Surge Hot Burple. And well, it looks to be Devotion. That will be their next challenge.
If Devotion want to win this game, they have to do something right now in this second, because if they don't start scoring, they will not have enough time. In about a minute, it will probably already be over for them if they don't score at least a goal, because let's be real, in how many games have we seen 3 games in 1 minute while being led on like for the whole game? The pressure is gonna be there, the time pressure as well, external factors like the fact that they will lose this. If they lose this game, they've lost, and that's a big factor here, and it might just affect them.
We'll see if that's going to be the case here, as we do find ourselves with just over 2 minutes left on this clock. And, you know, I'm not even thinking about a comeback here for Mistaken Devotion, because I don't see any chance of it happening. They're not creating attacks. They're not creating chances that are dangerous, right? DSQ are just having their way with them. And I think that's just going to be continuing for the next minute and 30 seconds. It's been an incredible series from DSQ, as they have established themselves surely as the favourites alongside the likely winners of that other match on the other stream, Volps Rupelli. But Sanctuary Shrine starting to push back there, so anything can happen. So make sure, even after this one ends, to go and tune in on the A stream for Shrine versus Rupelli. Currently in Game 5, Shrine trying to bring things back. And then on our C stream, Team Berserkers looking to win out in Game 5 over Chrome Fenrir and move forward in that lower bracket to play against the loser of that A stream match as well. So a lot of action happening, and you have tuned into the right place here on your Sunday evening. But 45 seconds left of this one, MGK. This feels done. This feels dusted. I'm quite confident in saying DSQ, welcome to the top 3.
Devotion need a miracle here with 35 seconds left. Hope is almost lost there. So what if something happens, right? What if they can come back? I don't know how he could possibly do it. I don't know how Devotion could possibly do it. Time is ticking and it looks so impossible right now. I think the game is indeed over. We're gonna have to give it to Keanu for this one.
Yeah, and how couldn't you, right? They played incredible, and the timer will tick down. Vapids can do all that he pleases, but it won't matter because Mason, Omar, and Archeon, an incredible best of 7, 4-1 to DSQ. They lock in the upper bracket final. They lock in top 3 in the prospect tier, and they continue to impress as the first seed of Glacies continues to dominate. What a performance from those 3 players. Mistaken Devotion going to drop down. They will have an opportunity to bounce back here, and a good one at that. But, I mean, when you look at this series and the post-series stats overall here, MGK, it felt like that was DSQ's essentially, and all theirs, right? They controlled it the entire time.
Yeah, more shots they're coming from Devotion, but Keanu keeping up with the saves, and that in the final moments made the big difference between Keanu winning and Devotion winning the game. So a real nice game there from both teams. I have to give it to them. Real nice action, positioning game. I loved it, though we're gonna have to see more from Devotion. Like, that was not enough.
It isn't, and they will drop to the lower bracket. Series MVP here, Archeon, and I couldn't think of, you know, a better player to give it to than the head of the league himself. You know, certainly showing up and showing out here, and sort of running back the years almost from when he was able to pick up that trophy seasons and seasons ago. I'm not going to keep things too long here. I do want to just quickly cut to a break because there's some exciting Rocket League to watch on the other streams. Make sure to go and tune in onto the C stream. Master FB, Chrome versus Umargus, currently about to be in Game 5 overtimes ahead there right now. Master FB on Twitch. The A stream also currently Sanctuary Shrine about to bring things to game number 6. So head on over to those streams. But we've got another stream match coming up very shortly, and it will be the winner of the match on the C stream versus the loser of the match on the A stream here on the B stream. There's a lot of streams here today. It's quite confusing, but we'll be back after the break. See you soon.
This is trophi.ai, an AI Rocket League coach, and it's absolutely crazy what you can do with this. If you've ever heard of ballchasing.com, it's a lot like that, but on steroids.
You can press P and a pro demo will come up, and this is what's so cool and so unique about Trophi, is that this is not seen anywhere else, and it's just a great way to kind of show you how to do a training pack without having to side by side watch a YouTube video.
And this is actually really cool. Training paths. So you basically, you know the skill trees from Assassin's Creed, Spider-Man, Sekiro, you know that sort of games where you have to, you know, get skill points, use them, you unlock new skills. This is sort of very similar, but instead of actually getting skill points, you're actually doing the mechs. And also a cool feature as well, guys, watch this. You can slow it down. You can actually slow-mo it like this. So if you're really struggling, what you need to do, you can actually look for yourself and just have a look at the exact movements that you're doing there. Look, it's really cool. I really like it. And
alongside helping with mechanics, it also has a feature that analyzes any of your saved replays. That way you can see what you're doing well and what you need to improve on. It even has this cool post-game analysis that you can see stats from the game you just played.
This isn't just merch, it's what teams wear when they mean business. Every stitch, every print, every detail, made to perform. trusted by the grind, from grassroots to championship halls. Build your team store. We're the brand that wins. SpartanWare, trusted by the grind.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the rsc-eu B stream. I'm here joined by MGK to reflect a little bit on the matchup that has just happened and to look ahead for the teams that still lie in the playoffs. MGK, how are you doing, man?
Hey, I'm pretty good myself. I've seen a great match just passed. It was mostly one-sided, though action was present. A lot of saves there coming from both teams, a lot of shots. Hoping to see that again.
Good. On the main rsc-eu stream, we have seen Rupelli take down the mighty team of Shrine. And although both teams have placed very high in their different conferences, it has still been a very big battle. But both teams now who are playing in the upper finals, which is DSQ Kiano and Volps Rupelli, have in some comfortable way made their way through. Now, in the lower bracket, which is going to be the main reason that people will be watching along here, Shrine against Umagis. What do you think, MGK, will happen around in this matchup?
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I think this one is gonna go to Magis here. I think it's gonna go 3-2 for Magis here. What about you? Do you have any kind of crazy predictions you wanna give off?
Well, I have to say, every team that they've played so far, where they've played full 10 plus Crusader, they've taken them to a game 7. Chrome's Fenrir has taken them to a game 5 in a best of 5. So I think they're definitely in it for the long haul. Though I don't think they're gonna be just as good as Shrine here today. As you can see how the team stats here are also lined up. Shrine, of course, first of their conference, only having lost one series in its entirety throughout the season. And that means the amount of games that they have played are not as much as well. And then Berserkers, although 4th, and although with a pretty valiant chance here today, we, at least I do not expect them to get through past Shrine. Here we see the players as well. A lot of games played for Ibindanda. Jesus, that is a name. And Master FB and TBK may be known amongst the German community as well for running a full German roster. And on the right side, you have Potter, Ansu, and Louis playing today for the roster of Shrine, which have proven themselves throughout the season to be a very strong team and a team not to be reckoned with. But since last week, they have shown that they're vulnerable to a loss. So maybe, since they've already taken one today, the mentals could be down, and you could be right, MGK.
Yeah, I believe Umagis have the right strategy to take down Shrine today, though we're gonna have to see because I might just be proven wrong by then because I've seen that in the latest games, a lot of crazy predictions, though not as many were right, many were just off by a little, many off by way more. We're gonna have to see today what either team can show us.
And talking about predictions, what would you think that this upcoming best of 5 would end up in?
Hey, as I said before, no, I don't think I'm gonna change my mind. I think Umagi's got this one with a 3-2 lead there.
Okay, then. Well, I unfortunately have to disagree with you there. I think Shrine, a team and a force to be reckoned with throughout the whole season. I don't think they're going to give up their dreams. Jesus fucking Christ, my cat is going insane. I'm very sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for my language there. I think that Shrine is going to take this series victory. Not flawless, but by dropping one game. I think it's going to go 3-1 to Shrine.
Hey, I believe you, man. Could go both ways. We're going to have to see which one has to show us the most. We're going to have to see more coming from Umagis, though, because Shrine has been kind of shining along the brackets there. We're gonna have to see which one can do something more here. I believe Umagis can do it today. They have to just lock in, analyze it, go with the game, go with the flow, go maybe a little bit more positional game, and I'm pretty sure they can do it.
Well, I don't know about you, MGK, but I think almost everyone is ready. And I don't think we should let the people wait at home as well. Umagis versus Shrine. We're here at DFH Manfield Knights. Players are slowly getting ready. It is do or die for both of these teams. And only one will come out victorious to continue their lower bracket run. Although a first game in the lower bracket for Shrine, the nerves will still be there. They've already lost one game today. Will it be a second? Only 5 games could remove us from that answer. And here in game number 1, it is Umagis off to a great start.
Yeah, we're seeing so much action already. Umagis here, they're just looking to apply that really needed pressure there. And at some point, it might just, pay off as it always does. We're gonna have to see also Shrine here that wants to do maybe something, because as of now, they're in their own half. They have to try something to clear the ball out and try to do something against the Umagis here.
And a long-standing Rule 1 has been discontinued by a demo in the corner. I would have loved to see a little bit more of that action, but I can imagine as well that you want to have your team firing in all cylinders. Although after a minute of playtime here, the chaos will start to die down a bit. The 2v2 situation has already made it die down a little bit faster than it would in a normal Rocket League matchup. But the Umagis here are looking for a goal-scoring opportunity, and Defiti blocked down on the line by Potter, who continues to be a threat alongside the side of Umagis. Again, Potter looking for a passing play into the middle. No one really to connect to. Louis and Ansu looking for a passing play here themselves. And Louis faking down the Umagi side field. What a play that would have been. But Abinda Noha is the one to still keep the sheets clean.
Yeah, indeed. What a play there coming from Shrine. We're seeing so much pressure back and forth. We've seen Shrine just getting that pressure in. We've seen also Umagis there right at the start of the game. We've seen a lot of pressure coming from them. I think both teams, as of now, have equal chances of consider or giving out a goal. We've seen some small mistakes, though not anything big or critical here to cost any team a goal. We're gonna have to see which one can just profit off of the other one's mistake and put the ball into the back of the net.
I don't even think here Shrine has let the ball enter their half for about a minute now. The unrelenting pressure keeps building up. Abinda Noha now with a clear away, but Potter is not having any of it, pinging it straight back, trying to find Ansu on the left-hand side. And this could be the first breakthrough here for the Umagis, hitting the woodwork, but still, the ball rolls alongside the net. Shrine getting away by a smidge there, and Potter with a counter-attacking opportunity, demoed by Master FB. Now Abinda Noha looking to get Umagis back in the matchup. Louis not having any of it. Demoing Defiti. And now both teams are still looking for an actual vital attack, for a crucial mistake that could be made by the opposition. And it's going to be Potter to succeed in scoring the opening goal of the series. But more importantly, it's happened after 3 minutes. Both teams ironclad defense. But Umagi's the first to break their defense.
What an aerial play there coming from Potter just mid-game with 2 minutes left on the clock. We're gonna have to see something more from Umagis here if they want to get that much needed equalizer. We've seen almost equal shots on goal here, equal saves, though they have to try and find maybe some kind of slip up in Shrine's defense, because it looks like Shrine are holding up pretty alright here, and are just trying to apply the pressure and are not letting Umagis get any kind of chance at getting that goal.
And while the clock keeps ticking down, we've entered double digits. 70 seconds left there on the clock. Umagi still looking for their way back into the match. They've already played most throughout this match with their backs against the wall. And Shrine are not looking to let down of the gas pedal anytime soon. Ansu here in the left-hand corner showing a beautiful portray of control there. Now looking for a bump in the back as well, but Ibn the Noah has the control, is looking for another. Potter intercepts, however, on the left-hand side. Takes a bit too long, but Ansu here with an open net opportunity! Hits the bar, not once, but twice, which keeps Umagis in the game. Master FB now down on the left-hand side, looking for a passing play here with their feet. Unfortunately, Umagis still not surgical enough, not clinical enough with their passes, with their finishes. Or will I eat my words there? Oh my goodness. Ibn Noah looking for the back of the net, but Shrine not having any of it. The last 10 seconds, counting down. Ansu now down on the left-hand side. The net is open on the side. Master FB clearing it away. Potter can't convert. But if this ball doesn't drop soon for Shrine, it will be an overtime. But fortunately, they're able to work it away. And game one goes to Shrine.
Yeah, that was a well-fought game there by both teams, though we have one that stood up the most there. Shrine taking that win there. We have the match stats now being shown to us. We have almost equal shots there coming from Shrine. Even though Magis did have more shots on goal there, there wasn't enough to eventually get that goal, and they do get beaten 1-0.
I mean, every shot that the Umagis have taken, one of the three players of Shrine was there to block it. A full-on 100% save ratio. And, I mean, I think that's what they're known for. Shrine, not mechanically the best, not surgical or very aggressive, but they've got the defense down, and they've got their pressure that they get, and that's being built up to them. They know how to deal with that. And that doesn't really result in too many goals. But like a very big football legend, Johan Cruyff, said, defense is the best attack. And if your opponent doesn't score a goal more than you, you've won the game. And that is exactly what Shrine are putting here up for us today on display. In the meantime, we've travelled to Forbidden Temple here for game 2. And with the counting down, game number 2 will get underway. Louis and Master FB up for the kickoff, and straight off the bat, it's going to be a demo.
We're having so much action already. Just 10 seconds passing the ball in front there of the net. Couldn't quite get it into the net. We have more action coming. Potter trying to clear it out, finally getting it out of danger there. There was a very dangerous moment. Pressure was already building up there, but couldn't convert it into a goal, unfortunately, for Magis there. Now we're back in Shrine's half here, coming from corner. Now we're having Ansu controlling the ball. Potter passing it forward. Now backboard pass. Can he do something? No, denied there by Ibn Danoha. Now Master trying to clear it out. Couldn't quite do it. Ibn Danoha passing up in front. Nobody there to take it, as this demo was really crucial there. Could have been a dangerous moment there. Ibn Danoha up into the air with the ball. Can he do something? Will he be challenged? Yes, he will be. And Loki just denying him there. Now back, we're just staying here in Shrine's half, and the pressure is always applied here by Umagis. Maybe they can just do something. They have to hold that ball in Shrine's half and try to convert it into a goal, because the pressure was building up. At some point, they were pinned back, and that could have been just a goal, but we're looking at Shrine coming back. They don't need a lot of pressure there, just good accuracy, a nice pass there from Potter, and right into the back of the net, taking the lead with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock for Umagis to do something and take that equalizer.
And I mean, I think this is exactly where I hit the nail on the head, GMK, because Shrine, under constant pressure, relentless shots being taken. Shrine's only got one shot on target, and that's the only one they needed to take. Umagis with relentless pressure, though, after every kickoff. And though Shrine has been able to deal with it the first time, Potter, unfortunately bumped by Ibn the Noah, could not keep the net clear for Master FB, who's equalised it. and has brought Umagis back into game 2.
Yeah, what I've been noticing now, it's kind of a pattern. I see Umagis, they have so many shots on goal, though they have only one goal that they finally could convert it into. But Shrine, on the other hand, they have only 2 shots on goal. They're mostly just looking for those perfect moments where they can get off guard Umagis and put it into the net. And it looks like that strategy might just be effective on Umagis here, as we're seeing the equalizer with just 3 minutes left in the match. We have enough time to see even more action, though the biggest question right now is who's gonna take the lead.
And that question will be answered somewhere along the upcoming half of the game. Louis, great save, gets it into the left corner. And another pass forward is Potter going to find a demo here. Defiti able to jump over him. He was the last man in Umagi's line of defense. And with a great portraying of skills and awareness, he did know that someone was coming for him now. Potter on the right-hand wing here. rsc-eu clearing away. Ansu looking to keep that pressure up. Potter up for a quick one as well. Unfortunately, not really able to convert anything. Shrine is starting to settle more into this match, though, but rsc-eu could be looking for his second here, hitting the crossbar after a double tap. And Shrine really need to look at themselves if they think that this defense is that they can all show to the table, bring up for grabs, because the way that they're playing now, Umagis is starting to adapt. They're starting to grasp more of these chances that Shrine are giving to them because the amount of space that they're allowing them.
That's absolutely right. We're seeing Umagis here, as you said before, kind of adapting to the game. I think they've understood how Shrine is trying to play over here, but it doesn't quite look like it. What was that? Just an amazing goal? Though it was really an awkward position there. Coming from Master FB, just putting it in front of Ansu's car, and he accidentally probably just did it and put it into the back of the net. Real awkward position there. Now we're having Shrine taking the lead with the 1 minute left in the game. Umagis have to do something here really fast if they want to get that equalizer, because losing another game could mean it's really bad for them.
I think rsc-eu would be with his hands on his head at that point, because Ansu, I mean, running it down like Rambo, challenging there. The 50 was amazing, but I don't know what happened to Shrine here. It all fell apart. The rotation absolutely done. Louis getting a touch all the way to the right, trying to get that ball forward, but instead leaving Abindanoa with an open net and no one there to even defend it or contest it in the nearest 5 kilometers. And that means that Umagis again get the chance to equalize, get the chance to bring it to overtime, but they need to bring it over the line for themselves as well to stay in this match, because remember, it's only a best of 5 MGK, and if Shrine walk away with this one, it's already match point.
Yeah, that's right. So Umagis made a pretty nice precision goal there, but nobody back on defense from Shrine. That was all about positioning there. Nobody was back there to defend the net. Really problem with rotational play I've seen coming from Shrine. Nobody was left, so nobody could take it out of the net because the shot wasn't all that amazing. But the fact that it was left open, now we're having Umagis after the last goal taking another one with 6 seconds left on the clock. What is happening? This is mad coming from Umagis. They might just take this game too if Shrine doesn't come here with a miracle.
Oh, Sanctuary Shrine. Oh, it's gonna, ooh, that could have been a good redirect. But I think it is over in game 2. And MGK, I think the nerves are starting to get to Shrine. Berserkers Umagis definitely with a valiant win here. They had more shots, they had more pressure. We saw it throughout the game. But I don't think that tells the whole story here, because Sanctuary Shrine, they have been able to punish. They have been able to come back and even take the lead from Umagis after that 1-0.
Yeah,
And
looking now.
they had it. They had it. And 2 mistakes in the back is what it's cost them. 2 mistakes that's been proven crucial to have a look in the mirror for. Because if they keep rotating like this, I fear the worst.
Yeah, there were 2 mistakes back to back. Really sad because they were leading, right? They were leading 2-1, and then after like what was it, 20-25 seconds, just 2 goals, and bam, Umagis are leading, and you know that was really unexpected coming from my side. But now we're seeing and coming up game 3. It's 1-1. Umagis Shrine. Can we see anything more coming from either team? Because I'm looking for more aggression here.
Well, I mean, it's what you like to see. I do have to agree. I love a bit of scrappy gameplay. I love the physicality of Rocket League. So getting some demos in, getting some bumps in. That is what I would like to see. And I think that would be what Umagis might need for the rotation of Shrine. Although Shrine has been leaving gaps in their rotation from now on. And I don't like to see that as well. Don't get me wrong. But I know Shrine can do better. I mean, the save that Potter could have made, what cost them last game, I've seen him made that save plenty of times, and now it looks like he's finally been waking up. Maybe he's shaking off the pressure from himself, but this may be what he needs to get back into the game. A beautiful pass from Ansu to help him get along the line as well, and that would be what gets them the lead right now.
Yeah, early goal here coming from Shrine. Such a beautiful passing game there, and the precision was absolute phenomenal play. Just love to see that coming. I expect more from these teams. I want to see more of these plays. I want to see less smacking the ball and hoping it goes into the net, and more of a precision play, more positional. I want to see them actually fighting, and like I want to see them in a way that it looks like, hey, they're actually wanting to do this, that, and I want to see them putting more effort overall, because it looks like both teams are just not at their peak. Like I've expected more. We're not seeing as much as I expected, though Potter was on top of the world these last 2 games, I'm gonna be honest, but for the rest, I want to see more. I want to see the aggression that I talked about, the positional play. That's alright, that's good, I'm okay with that, but where's the aggression? I want to see more of that. We're just back and forth now with Ansu denying their master FB. We're gonna have to see if Shrine can do something and clear this ball, because it's becoming real dangerous here as pressure is piling up over them. Master FB trying an aerial play here, not being able to, as Ansu just denying him there. They're feeding over the defense, almost in the back of the net, denied there by Low-Key. We're seeing Master FB passing in front of the net. Can he bring it down? No, put it to the back of the net.
Oh, what a save!
Absolute phenomenal save, but coming with a goal here. We have a beautiful goal, but look at that save. You have to admire that. Really unfortunate that the ball just ended up there in Umagi's possession, but we're gonna have to see if Shrine can do something and take that lead back, because that play right there, that's what I want to see.
Unbelievable pressure there from Umagis, and the one to benefit from it all, Trophi, assisted by Bin Noah. But I mean, that is not the only moment. Louis has been there as well for that whole attacking sequence, where the Umagi started very explosive in game number 2. They did take their time a bit more in this match, and could this be an own goal? Master FB, a great touch here. Louis now passing it into the midfield, looking for another one. Master FB shutting it down though. Ansu already up. Potter, a bit of miscommunication there. Umagis could have a chance to punish, but Master FB, unfortunately, not getting that ball into the middle. Now, Shrine need to find a way back into this game. They have proven they can defend for so long, but even Diamonds could eventually crack under pressure. And these lads are playing anything but Diamonds right now. But maybe Potter could find a shiny way to change that. Unfortunately, shut down again by Master FB. He's all over the place.
Yeah, that's right. We're already seeing both teams just kind of unleashing themselves here. They're both looking for that win that, I'm gonna be honest, both of them need it right now. We're gonna see which one can take it though, because as of now it's 1-1. Nobody is leading with 1 minute and a half left in the game. It's a real probability now that we're gonna see an overtime if neither team make any kind of critical mistake and concede a goal.
Master FB, beautiful touch from the ceiling. My goodness. The German showing something he hasn't shown all game. And that is a beautiful portray of mechanics. And he's putting on a show for us here, MGK, because it's going to be Umagi's taking the lead here in Game 3 at DFH Stadium. And Sanctuary, where they've started off in Game 1 very strong. They've started slipping more and more. They've started to become more and more desperate as well. And I can only imagine that desperation growing bigger as the time ticks down. Clock nearing 0 by every second. And Ansu with a great goal line save keeps trying here in this match. They still have a chance. Or is it going to be Ibn No to shut it down? Open net miss by the German. Oh my goodness, this could come by them in the ass.
Yeah, we're seeing it.
And that's exactly it.
So with 35 seconds left on the clock. Amazing play here. The pass was everything they needed there. Look at that. It was just absolute phenomenal play there coming from both teams here. We've seen best games, best plays I've seen personally. So much of that action and positional play that I was talking about.
Oh.
And almost they're taking the lead or having the second chance. No, denied. Denied. They can't do it. Umagis can't find the lead. What is happening? Shrine on top of the world with those saves. Look at those saves. They're absolutely over the world with those saves. They have about 12 saves there. A difference, so much of a difference there compared to Umagis, who have only one save.
Louis!
They find the lead. Shrine here taking the lead. What an amazing play. I didn't expect that. I wasn't ready for a goal there.
Oh my goodness. What has just happened? Sanctuary out of nowhere. I mean, they've given Umagis a cookie of their own dough, but Shrine, I don't think it's righteous to say that they've taken this game with dignity, but it doesn't matter in the end. It's playoffs today. Anything can happen. And they've shown that here today. Shrine with Louis, who's made himself absolutely golden with that challenge in front of their net, has made it on to match point, MGK, and in what a way they have done so.
That's absolutely right. Man, have I loved this game. Absolute phenomenal play. Like, I wasn't expecting that. That really took me by surprise there. Phenomenal game. Just phenomenal shot on goal there. And they just couldn't stand a chance there to take that ball out of the net. Now we're seeing potentially the last game. We're gonna have to see though which team can take it.
Normally, it's Neo Tokyo shattering the dream. But now it will be Utopia Coliseum in Game 4, where dreams could be shattered for the Umagis as well. Where they have taken every team to their last single game in the series. They need to prove themselves here as well. Because Sanctuary, although in a very scrappy way, and I did say I like it scrappy, boys, it is match point for them, and I don't think they're going to be letting down off the gas anytime soon.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Absolutely excited for this kind of action that we're seeing. Can we see a lead here? No! Almost put into the back of the net coming from the corner. Can Master put it in front of the net? No, he can't just convert it, unfortunately. Now back in Umagi's path here. We're gonna have to see if Derfidi can do something. No, he's denied there with a 50. Now with Potter here trying to take control of the ball, couldn't quite take in that 50 up into the air there. Louis here trying to do something with the ball, maybe trying to take it for an aerial there. Couldn't quite do it though. Ibn Doha taking it up into the air. Now Potter denying it. He's not letting that pressure get to them. Louis taking it into Umagi's half there. We're gonna see Master here trying to do something, but demoed by Ansu there. We're seeing a lot of back and forth action here, though I've seen mostly in Shrine's half, but also in Umagi's. I'm gonna give it to them. We're already starting off strong here, very early into the game, but we're seeing some shots on goal here coming from Umagi's, and we might even see a goal.
Umais, with most of the pressure on their half, have been able to deal with it accordingly. Potter, although with a 0 boost, it doesn't matter if you've got a 0 or 100. As that first man, you do want to commit to keep up that pressure. I think that is exactly what kind of philosophy Shrine will need to apply here in this final match. You need a bit of difference. You need to change it up to throw the Umagis of their game. And with a beautiful pass down the midfield onto Louis, that might have been the chance. Master FB with a goal line save here though, but Shrine not done attacking. Master FB does clear the ball away, but no one to follow up on it soon enough to beat Ansu, who passes it down to the middle to Potter! Hits the left post! And I swear that could have been the 1-0.
Almost, I just saw it to the back of the net, but not quite. So unfortunate there for this able to save. No! They're putting it into the back of the net. Amazing play. What is happening here? We have Shrine taking the lead halfway through the game. Umagis have enough time to just analyze and kind of try to wait for Shrine to make a mistake. They don't have to rush it. If they start rushing it now, they might be 2-0 down, and that might just be over for them. As of now, 1-0 almost into the back of the net. They're taking the equalizer, but couldn't quite get it. Now, we're already seeing so much action from Umagis. Looks like they're back into the game, back unleashing themselves. We have one-on-one here with Ipina Doha up into the air here. Couldn't do anything with it. Louis from the backboard. Can he receive the pass? No, denied by Master FB there. We have Ansu here passing the ball upwards. Now from almost into the back of the net. Saved by Ibn Danoha there. He just doesn't want to see the other team score now. Thus, you were seeing so many of those great saves that I was talking about, and the shots just keep coming in, and the save as well. Look at Ansu. Look at what is happening. They're just over the wall right now. They're not losing the lead. So
No, come on, lads! Oh my god!
This is the ball. So
What is happening?
I'm so tensed up right now. Everything is going blah 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 boom. Just from every corner. Everything is an action. Everything means pressure here. Look at that. Look at those goals. We had one goal, just amazing goal. Now we're having so many shots on goals, but not any more goals because it looks like Shrine are not looking to lose that lead.
My goodness, the unrelenting pressure by the Umagis there. And there's still no goal to account for it. What an amount of goal line saves there by Shrine. Potter looking to make himself golden, hitting the crossbar though. But my goodness, Shrine. I mean, I only have one suspicion, and that is that the woodwork on the side of Sanctuary Shrine is a paid actor. It has to be. The amount of times I've heard a ding come over my ears is absolutely insane. And I think the Umagis should not let their heads fall down for this match. But after this game, and if they take the losing side of this matchup, after Ansu is looking for the nail in the coffin, it is looking like dreams are going to be shattered. Potter shut down by Abindano the last 10 seconds. Umagi need to pull a rabbit out of the hat here. And Louis not having any of it, clearing it right back. Abindano in an awkward position. Ball dropping for the final time before the game is going to get called. Defiti up in the air, but no. It stays up, but the ball drops down. Sanctuary Shrine is the victor of this series. 3-1 And although it's with a 2-game difference, this scoreline does absolutely not portray the whole story of what just has happened in game 4. My goodness.
I wasn't expecting that. Just look at those saves and those shots as well. They just kept coming from Umagis there, but Shrine just held up that defensive position, that defensive stance, and they held through that fire. They held through that just absolute hell of a pressure that they got put under, and finally they do win the game.
My goodness, you can see it there as well. Almost double the amount of saves than TBK's Umagi. Shrine have taken themselves to the next step in the playoffs, and where we're going to be saying goodbye to TBK. We're going to say hello to Louis, the series MVP. And I mean, to have 3 goals as your MVP, that must mean only one thing, and that is the amount of saves he's got. And 500 of those 1,500 points have been racked up by those 10 saves. An absolute amazing, well done job.
That's right, Louis taking the MVP there. Really, it doesn't really surprise anyone, I guess. Having 10 saves, that was just absolutely amazing. And I didn't expect that many actions there coming from Umagis and Shrine, but I loved it. Love to see that. I want to see that coming more and more as we climb up the levels here of intensity. I want to see more and more and more, because that's what we love. That's why we're here. We want to see that, more of that. I recommend it. Absolutely, aggression was there. Now with this ending game, aggression was there, absolutely. We've seen so many shots on goal there, and the position play, aggression play, both in combination, as I said one stream ago, that's just devastating. That's just mad to have aggression and positional play all in one.
Where I'm glad that my prediction is right, I'm very sad to see Umagis go, but if we can have a quick look at the bracket before we go, we know what the rest will be up to as well. A Shrine is going to be facing off Tenma in the lower semi-finals before they will re-meet one of the 2 teams they've already faced throughout this season. Keanu and Rupelli gonna be fighting it out for that upper final and to get into that grand final. And of course, Umagis with a great lower bracket run. Unfortunately, their story ends here today. And this is where it will end for you as well, MGK, as we will be heading into a short break where we're going to be singing happy birthday to Matty Hodge. We're also going to bring a little bit of water. We're going to get some food in us, and we're going to be back around 8 for the final match here, at least on the B stream, for the Prospect playoffs. Peace.
This is trophi.ai, an AI Rocket League coach, and it's absolutely crazy what you can do with this. If you've ever heard of ballchasing.com, it's a lot like that, but on steroids.
You can press P and a pro demo will come up, and this is what's so cool and so unique about Trophi, is that this is not seen anywhere else, and it's just a great way to kind of show you how to do a training pack without having to side by side watch a YouTube video.
And this is actually really cool. Training paths. So you basically, you know the skill trees from Assassin's Creed, Spider-Man, Sekiro, you know that sort of games where you have to, get skill points, use them, you unlock new skills. This is sort of very similar, but instead of actually getting skill points, you're actually doing the mechs. And also a cool feature as well, guys, watch this. You can slow it down. You can actually slow-mo it like this. So if you're really struggling, what you need to do, you can actually look for yourself and just have a look at them exact movements that you're doing there. Look, it's really cool. I really like it. And
alongside helping with mechanics, it also has a feature that analyzes any of your saved replays. That way you can see what you're doing well and what you need to improve on. It even has this cool post-game analysis that you can see stats from the game you just played.
This isn't just merch. It's what teams wear when they mean business. Every stitch, every print, every detail, made to perform. Trusted by the grind, from grassroots to championship halls. Build your team store. Wear the brand that wins. SpartanWare, trusted by the grind.
gentlemen, welcome back to the final match here today on the rsc-eu B stream. I'm back here with the one, the only Big Chebs. Chebs, how you doing today, man?
I'm good. I'm here for my hate watch of the season. ODL making us miss out on playoffs by 1 game, so I've got to be here for the hate watch.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Talking about ODL's hate watch, I am unsure if you're gonna succeed in it, because if we have a look at the bracket, their bracket run has been absolutely insane. Not only for today's playoffs, but even in the play-ins on Friday, they've managed to secure a 4-2 victory against Aspire, a 4-0 victory against Shadows Obscurity, and then today here you can see as well against Hot Burple and against Devotion, and those games were not even close, and I don't think they are planning anytime soon to let down on that gas pedal that they've been absolutely put into the metal in today's playoffs. But Shrine, though that they started off today with a loss, have managed to regain themselves against TBK's Umagis.
Yeah, very much so. Shrine looking quite strong in that game versus Umagis, and definitely I was chatting with Potter last night, and he said there's only one team they're scared of, and that's DSQ. So Tenma not even in the conversation going into this one. So definitely the confidence on the side of Shrine.
If we have a look here as well to the team stats, polar opposites finding each other here in the playoffs, and that is what playoffs is all about. ODL ending in 6th with only 19 wins under their belt, have scored more, but also have gotten more goals against them than Shrine here, who have finished first. And you can see as well, ODL, a very physical team, a scrappy matchup could be coming from the side of ODL, and at least that is what I've come out of bed for today. But we know Shrine, we know their defense, we've seen it against Umagis. Not the most convincing win. It has been a 3-1, but no, not the most convincing, if you ask me. Here we see the players as well. Louis, Ansu, and Potter playing today for the side of Sanctuary, and then we have Shin, Deadly Dom, and Talbro on the side of ODL, who have had an incredible run so far today, and could be why I am going to be rooting on for them later on when we are going to do the predictions.
Yeah, definitely. Both teams looking very, very strong. Obviously, Tenma coming all the way along in that lower bracket, but Shrine are in their way, and there's only one thing left to do, Poggy, and that's to give our predictions. And I've already said I'm here for a hate watch, so we're going for the 3-0 to Shrine.
My goodness, Chibs! Okay then. No. I do think Shrine have got this in the bag. I think they just needed to find their groove today, and I think with the victory against Umagis, who have taken every team to their last game in the play-ins and playoffs, I do think that Shrine, by being able to beat them by more than 1 game, has regained their confidence again after that loss against Rupelli. Will it be a sweep? Definitely not. With the form that ODR has been performing in, with all the pressure that they've had being all the way through the play-ins and playoffs on the lower bracket side, I do think they're going to definitely put up a fight. But I think Shrine will come out on top with a 3-2 victory.
Definitely. Well, that's basically everything wrapped up for the formalities. So there's only one thing left to do, and that is to get these players to hit the field, get us underway into game number 1. And who are we looking at going into this game? Who do we think is going to be our star players?
I think Potter's definitely a player to look out for. The amount of saves that he's made in the previous series that we've watched here on the B stream has definitely proven him to be a player to look out for, and I think ODL would have to play around it and definitely play through him in the means of demos to try and get that threat away. But Shin definitely also a player to look out for on the side of ODL Tenma here. And Louis has been dealing with it accordingly, already finding the demo on Shin, which gives Potter a little bit of space here on the left-hand side, but quickly shut down by Shin. Ansu is there to collect Talbro, already up. Ansu smartly looking for that 50. And Louis with a quick commit here. Leaves Potter alone, but Potter with a great cut and a smart play to keep the ball on ODL side.
Definitely a shaky start for both teams, trying to feel each other out, see where they want to go. Very close shot coming through from Talbro, but dealt with by Louis, as this one's going to come forwards. Only as far as Potter. Potter trying to go for a shot, quick one, can't quite get the height on it. That one's saved away with Deadly Dom. That one's going to go clanging off the post, and the first proper opportunity going to the side of Sanctuary.
And the opportunities are not leaving them yet, as the attack is still going on. Louis looking for a pass into the middle, and there's Potter that we talked about already. Shut down by Deadly Dom on the goal line. And Tenma finally finding some breathing space. Talbro even putting up some screws against Louis here, and the pressure is being found. Ansu, great control even on the goal line, keeping sure to keep that net clean. Potter is now the last man in defense, and even though Ansu was there first, the attacks keep on going. The post, again a paid actor on the side of Sanctuary, which they have already much to thank for today.
Only 2 minutes into the game, both teams almost hitting 4 shots each. There's now Tenma, the ones on attack, trying to get this one away from Potter, but Potter able to get it over the top to Ansu. Ansu now trying to go for the read off the backboard into Louis. Shot goes in, and Shrine take the first goal of the game.
A great passing play here, and the chemistry that they've been lacking in the previous series is now finally coming to show, and what would also be the reason why they've been doing so good throughout the season, the passing plays. And with all 3 players involved here, the eventual credit goes to Louis, but Potter and Ansu definitely not to forget throughout that play. And let's see if they can keep up the pressure. Potter already alone on the backside. Ansu getting a demo and the save there, where Talbro had somewhat of an open net. He could not act quick enough, and again the woodworks coming in to the save for Sanctuary as well as Potter, which still keeps the net clean somehow. And ODL only gets me one question in my mind, and that is, they not converted anything yet.
Yeah, some incredible defense in the end from Shrine. A great save from Potter on the goal line, and definitely how ODL are going to find their way into this game. A double demo coming through from Potter on the backline. Ansu not able to control that one. And now here comes Shin and Deadly Dom. Double commit. Potter with a great 50. Ansu not able to get on the end of it. Louis now committing 50. That one's heading goalwards. Can Ansu speed it up? Yes, he can. And doubles the lead for Shrine here in game number 1.
Louis here with a great challenge on Talbro. And Ansu already being high up on that field with a great cut. Manages to speed up the ball just a bit past the defender to make it 2-0. And where Sanctuary has been showing not too much firepower in their series yet today, they are definitely starting off strong here in game 1 against ODL. But where they are still looking to find their opener, they're definitely not going to go down, taking a 0 scoreline game. The pressure is mounting up. Louis able to clear that ball away beautifully though, trying to get it into the middle. Potter was there to try and convert, unfortunately not found. Ansu looking to cut here. Louis called him off, unfortunately whiffing that ball in the left corner. And Potter bumped here by Deadly Dom as we enter the final minutes. ODL still looking for that goal, but Shin could bring it here with a beautiful pass onto Talbro. But again, the defense of Shrine is what keeps them alive.
Yeah, great save in the end, as now Potter trying to make this 3, bringing it forwards, grabs the boost. Shin can't quite get on it, and that one is not one that Tenma want to watch back, as Potter taking this one down the line, plays it across the middle, and some miscommunication means that Shin and Deadly Dom really don't end up in the way that they wanted that one to go.
With only 40 seconds left on the clock, you could say that that was the nail in the coffin here for game one. But like we said, ODL has had a miraculous bracket run, and they could bring a miracle back in game one here as well. But as the clock keeps ticking down, the chances are getting slimmer and slimmer for them getting back into this match, let alone gain momentum for the upcoming match. As it is a best of 5, not all is lost if you've lost that first game, but it will definitely mark a stamp on how the rest of the series is going to go. And if we're looking at the scoreline right now, it's going to go Sanctuaries.
Yeah, good shot from Ansu. Deadly Tom not quite able to get there. Had the boost to continue going up, but maybe thought he had the touch and left it in the end. And that one will dart in off that back post. And a great start for the side of Shrine here in game number 1. And ODL really got a lot to do to get themselves into this series and still off the mark.
And even though they almost got the ball over the line there, the time is what got to them. Sanctuary with a very comfortable 4-0 victory here, and the MVP going to Ansu, having played everywhere according to the scoreboard. 2 goals, 1 assist even, and 2 saves as well. And again, we saw that Tenma did have some shots, but Sanctuary was there to save almost every single one that's been put on target. And that is, I think, something that Tenma's not really used to, especially not in Prospect. It's not really the tier that's been known for their qualities in consistency. Thank you. I've been looking for that word for about 5 seconds there. The consistency is not really anything that Prospect's known for, but it is all the random outbursts of mechanical brilliances that's been getting them over the line. But Shrine has completely disproven that theory, not only throughout the season, but today here as well, as nothing mechanically brilliant has happened yet, but they still got 4-0 over the line in game 1. And let's see if they can do so here at Forbidden Temple in game number 2.
Yeah, good start from Shrine. Definitely a clinical performance. Scoring where they needed to. Didn't need to go for anything flashy, so never ended up going for it. And so far, that's all they've needed to do. There's now Shrine already starting off in the Tenma half. Is Louis going to get the 50 up against Deadly Dom? As that one's going to head straight back the other way. As Shin now onto the corner, bounces across into the middle. Talbro pops it up high, but Potter and Deadly Dom 50 in the middle, and now Ansu not too much to work with. Gets the 50 against Shin, and Talbro is going to send it back the other way. It's now Potter in that back corner, a great pinch, picking up the 100. It's now over the top of Deadly Dom. That might just be an open net. It's going to go all the way, and Shrine open up game 2 as game 1 continued.
Where Potter didn't really have the firepower in previous series, he's definitely showing what I was talking about in the introduction here. A player to look out for, finding the gaps, finding the mistakes that ODL have been giving them and punishing where needed. And I mean, it's all the great for him here as he was trying to find another pass down the middle. Louis now looking for the second already. Deadly Dom clearing it away to the left wall, looking for a pinch, not really gaining any momentum with that. Neither did he get speed on that ball, meaning the ball is still on the side of ODL, and with a goal left open wide like that, it's only Louis to punish it.
Yeah, really awkward for the side of Tenma. There's Shin going up to try and touch that one. Someone else comes across, ends up whiffing, and he just can't get a very good touch to clear that one away, and the ball falling straight to Louis to tuck it in the back of the net. And really not the start Tenma wanted after game number 1. And if it continues this way, I'd be surprised if we don't see the timeout called pretty quickly after this game concludes. As now Potter picking this one up on the back line. Don't want to mess around with it too close to net. There's now Louis in that corner, a great play, backwards, no boost, is able to get it past one, but Shin now across to the middle. No one really there for the side, no, Talbro's there, Potter not able to get the connection that he wanted, and that one heading straight into the back of Shrine's net, and for the first time this series, Tenma have a goal.
After 6.5 minutes of regular playtime, Tenma have finally found their opener for this series, and hopefully, for them at least, they could try and build onto that, but Ansu He's not having any of it. Looking here for a double to shut down the lead. That has been closed down by ODL Tenma. And here, Potter collecting all the time in the world, having a very heavy touch here, leaving that ball to Deadly Dom. Louis now needing to go up to beat Shin here, does so accordingly, but Talbro, with all the time in the world, gets it to Deadly Dom. He's still putting up some pressure, gets it past one. Potter here to try and get a block though. A beautiful pass here down the middle by Deadly Dom. Don't really think that was all too anticipated by Potter there, but all the less threat's been averted. Ball back to the side of ODL. But Talbro here in the air, looking to get some attacking plays going.
Talbro going for the reset, couldn't quite get all four wheels on the ball, and this one's going to be back in the hands of Shrine. It's now Deadly Dom on the back wall, going for the pinch, does get it underneath Potter. Stanzu picks up the 100 but doesn't manage to get the ball. Now Louis in a pretty awkward situation but does well, plays it into the corner. Shin coming across, not able to put it forwards, and now all three players from ODL forwards. That one's going to go forward to Louis, but he can't get the connection to send it goalwards. As now Ansu, low boost, does just about get beaten out by Talbro. Across to the middle, Potter not able to get a great connection. Shin back to the middle, and Louis there to collect.
Oh,
a
good
great
bump here
bump
as
from
well.
Potter. Ball goes across, Potter can't quite get the connection, and that's an opportunity missed by Shrine.
Two very big opportunities missed on both sides of the field here. But Shrine still 1 goal in the lead. 2 minutes of regular playtime left on the clock, so anything can still happen. ODL are looking to start to get a bit more comfortable against this side of Shrine. So let's see if they can shatter any dreams. We've already had it happen in Utopia Coliseum earlier to the Umagis, where Shrine have sent them home, and they're looking to do the exact same here to the legendary lower bracket run that ODL's been putting up for us here this weekend. And oh, it's going to be Louis a bit high, looking for that double tap. Ball still in front of the net of Tenma, but they've dealt with the situation accordingly, and looking with, although low boost, a passing play is Shin.
Ball coming into Potter, he clears that one away. Talbro now not much boost to work with, trying to play it forwards. 50 with Louis. There's now Ansu, 50 again with Shin. Ball's going to fall to Potter, who bangs that one forwards. A good demo through from Louis. Might have a bit of an opportunity. Ansu not able to get on the end of that one. Pull back across into the middle, but low boost for the side of Shrine. Does mean that they're going to have to concede that play. There's now Shin, bangs that one forwards. Deadly Dom, little bit too excited. Went a little bit early, but still has the ball, plays it forwards. Ansu now down into Louis as he tries to bring that one forwards. Shin is going to play that one across to Dom. Good passing play and a great save from Potter. Keeps it just a 1-goal game, 20 seconds to go. And at the moment, Shrine taking game number 2 as Deadly Dom in his back corner, trying to bring it forwards. Ball into Shin. Down, back to Deadly Dom, into the corner. Cross to the middle. Shin's there, but only as close to the post, but Talbro follows it up. And that's the equaliser with 8 seconds to go.
ODL threading the needle here time-wise. Shin already in works, and where it's helped out Sanctuary for so many times already today, it's finally gone the way of their opponents. And with this late equaliser, the first overtime of this series is about to commence. Or is it going to be Louis with a beautiful play here? Shin saving it off the line. Potter still keeping the pressure up. Ansu still around hanging as well, but Deadly Dom moving that ball away. Ansu here still with the ball, looking to pass it into the middle. Is there going to be anyone in the net for all? The answer is no. Potter and Ansu keeping that ball up with all their might. My goodness, have they pulled it back where I for sure thought the overtime was going to happen. Sanctuary's proven me wrong yet again, and have already put themselves on match points.
An incredible play. The Tenma team quite upset. I think they might have had a DC leading to that play. But either way, a great play from Shrine to get that ball across, keep it up during the 0 seconds, and eventually finding the net. And an incredible play from Shrine to push themselves back into the lead.
Yes, and the timeout officially called, where ODL has had enough time already to date to try and figure out game plans against every team they might have faced. Shrine is putting a lot of soot in their food right now, as it's totally not going ODL's way. And with these 2 minutes, it's crucial to hit it on the nail. And Chebs, if I might ask, what do you think the biggest game changer for Tenma would be for them?
They've just been very scrappy in defense. They've kind of been throwing themselves at everything, really kind of worried as the ball comes across. I think they just need to kind of have a bit more composure in defense. We've seen a lot of kind of double commits coming through, and Shrine have always punished them for it. So going into these games, they've got to be a little bit more cautious, a little bit more, a little less careless as this game goes on.
Yeah, I mean, ODL has managed to break through the defense of Shrine, which they weren't able to do so in game number 1. But I think it's just all the cards are stacked against them. Shrine have basically got a fourth player in the form of the Woodworks, not only in this matchup, but in the previous matchups they had as well. And it's been unbelievable how much they've also used it to keep that net clean, to clear it away via the post, via the crossbar. It's been absolutely insane. And with the rotation that they've been putting up in the back as well, it's not really anything that you can break through, because if you keep it in your own half that long with the amount of pressure, the overcommit will eventually be there, and the open nets have fallen on the side of Tenma, which Sanctuary has absolutely taken advantage of to beat them out on it.
Yeah, and going into this game number 3, both teams kind of ready to go, I believe. As yeah, I think Shrine just need to keep their game plan going. Their defense has been incredible in this series, and keeping that defense solid after this timeout might be, it sometimes might be a struggle. And in this game, I think hopefully they'll be able to hold it together.
Will it be ODL having found some new life, like a phoenix reborn from the ashes, or is it going to be Sanctuary Shrine making an actual shrine for them to spread the ashes over? We'll get the answer in the upcoming 5 minutes, as at this match point it's going to be everything or nothing for both of these teams, like it's always been in the lower brackets, with Pohe on the left hand side looking for an early goal scoring opportunity already. Shin getting the save there, getting the clear as well, looking for some control. Deli Dom not able to find the boost there as well. He couldn't have it both ways, unfortunately. But here, a pinch from Shin. Also, I thought would be the relief of pressure that they were looking for. But now, Deli Dom with some control. He's going to be where the first attacking opportunity for ODL will come to hand.
Yeah, an opportunity, and I think maybe a little bit of miscommunication, as I think it was Talbro took it off Shin, and Shin didn't really, I think, seem to want to give it over. But now ODL still on the attack. Potter finally releasing that pressure, as this ball is going to fall to Shin. Is going to try and go for a slow play. Louis now trying to bring it forward. A good 50. Ball falls to Potter, but not too much power on the shot in the end, as now Talbro bringing this one forward. Flick over the top of Ansu. Deadly Dom can't quite speed that one up. Ends up putting it over to the side as Potter now towards Ansu, but Shin cuts that one out. Louis now is going to play this one away. Just Deadly Dom back for the side of ODL. Potter pops it up, but no boost to work with. Is going to concede and give that one to Deadly Dom. So that one pinched up. Louis going to bang it forwards. Deadly Dom no boost, but is able to clear that one away. And now Ansu, we seem to be playing a little bit of ping pong here in game number 3.
With the ping pong, the sequence might end there with a dangerous ball in front of the net here at Shrine's side. They haven't really been able to break through the pressure yet, but we know from Shrine they're able to deal with it, and that is all that matters for them. That is what they need to bring this series home. Louis here with the collection shows it accordingly. Ansu now as well, keeping that ball away from the net as much as they can, and that ball keeps going in the back left corner of Sanctuary Shrine, and you might have to say change it up a bit, and it's finally been able to do so. Tal, a lovely assist there after Potter tries to get it around him. A 50 leaves Shin with a beautiful goal scoring opportunity, and with 116 kilometers per hour, he's put power behind it. It's finally ODL on the winning end for the first time on this series.
Yeah, a great goal in the end. Great power to put that one past both defenders that were waiting behind the ball. And now ODL trying to double their lead, but this one's going to fall to Louis, playing this hit forwards. There's now Deadly Dom. Bangs it away. Ansu not able to get up to it, so backs off. Leaves it for Potter, who's going to try and do something about this. This one looking very dangerous. Shin down, but a good save by Ansu yet again. But still, ODL attack. A good demo from Shin onto Potter. Louis very awkward, but the ball a little bit too fast to be read by any teammate. There's now Shin back across to Deadly Dom. Deadly Dom pops it up. Talbot is going to do some reversing maneuver to get back to that one. There's now a 50 comes through. Ball towards Louis as he bangs it away yet again. And Deadly Dom going to be able to cut that one out. Ball's going to fall to Ansu, just straight back into Deadly Dom yet again. And we're seeing very much Shrine just trying to get the ball away, get the ball out of their half, and ODL really aren't letting them.
With the tactical timeout called, it's really shown its fruition. Now Shin is up here for their second goal scoring opportunity. It's going to be Potter saving it off the line here as well to Towel Bro. Louis needs to get up here as well, and again the woodwork's being hit. But Towel Bro with the last laugh. And that begs me to differ the question. Is ODL finally awake, and what have they spoken about in that tactical timeout? Because it's working.
They seem to have come up much more aggressive here in game number 3, and I think Shrine just weren't quite ready for it. They're playing much quicker, much higher press, and we've seen how Shrine are trying to deal with it, and it's just not working by banging the ball away. They've always have this third man back. You see Deadly Dom all the way back on the goal line, even after their attack, and that means they're able to deal with these long balls quite easily, as that one's going to head across into the middle. Talbro now up onto the wall, not too much boost to work with, gets bumped by Potter for it. And now Louis over the top of Shin is going to try and chase this one, grabs the mid boost on his way through, ball across, no, not quite. Talbro able to get there, gets the 50. Potter faking out one, and now very awkward in that corner. Ball goes forward, Deadly Dom trying to follow it, no boost to work with, the ball goes across, and no one from the side of ODL there to be able to tuck that one away, and Shrine just looking very panicky on the ball.
With these goal scoring opportunities and not converting them yourself is definitely a very bad sign, but this could be a very big mental blow here for Deadly Dom as well, because we've seen Shrine keep their win alive in the previous game on that 0-second mark. Could they do the same on the 0-second mark to bring it into overtime, or do they not even have to, as they still have 30 seconds left in this game? With Ansu clearing that ball away not all too greatly. It's going to be Louis getting that ball away as hard as he can. Talbro was very dangerous here, and Shin looking to do the exact same. A little bit of miscommunication here, and it's the stressy side of Sanctuary that they haven't shown here all series. That's finally coming to shove. A ball, good pop down the middle from Louis here. Potter looking to convert here as well, and Talbro making the smart decision, getting that ball away as far from anyone to make it drop to the ground, and ODL has put themselves on the scoreboard and making it 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, Tenma ramping up the speed here in game number 3, and Shrine just weren't quite ready for it. We started to see, as that game went on, we started to see them coming back out of their shell and starting to get something going. So whether they're going to fall for Tenma's change up in play style for the whole of this series is yet to be seen, but yeah, pressure back on Shrine now. They have this 2-0 lead, and now they've got to convert it, because a reverse sweep is never the way you want to go out in playoffs.
And they have given the ammunition for Tenma to do so. But knowing Shrine, they can also just drop one game and then be right back at it the next. And that will be here in Utopia Coliseum, where they've already shattered Umagi's dreams. Could they do the exact same to ODL's Tenma? We're about 5 to 6 minutes away from getting said answer. But looking how Tenma played in the previous game, and looking how Shrine didn't get anything done in their attacking ways, it could be a game 5 heading up for us here.
Yeah, and coming into Utopia Coliseum, Shrine already knocking someone out on this very map. Whether they can do the same to Tenma, we're yet to see as Potter and Shin get us underway into game number 4. As this one already bouncing quite aggressively up into the ODL half. Ansu able to get a touch on it. That one's going to be quite awkward, but Shin there off the backboard able to get the touch. Potter now across net, but a good save from Deadly Dom keeps that one away. And kind of the start that Shrine needed. As last game they were kind of stuck in their own half for quite a lot of it. Getting straight away into the half of ODL is where they want to be. As Louis and Shin meet up in the sky. As this one falling down to Deadly Dom and Ansu, neither able to end up connecting with it. Talbro now coming forwards, doesn't manage to get it over both defenders. As the ball falls to Shin, ball across onto the backboard. Deadly Dom not able to connect with it. And that one definitely a little bit scary for the side of Shrine.
Louis, very awkward there in the back, but dealt with the threat accordingly. Potter looking for a lovely little redirect here. Fortunately unable to get that one fully into the net, but Sanctuary already looking a lot better as Ansu with an unfortunate touch catches Potter off guard, leaving Louis alone here with a very, very risky commit there to keep the ball side of ODL. But Sanctuary are looking like themselves again, looking a bit more threatening, and ODL have been put with their backs a bit more against the wall, but with an open net here on the side of Sanctuary. Is it going to be Potter getting the final say in it? Unfortunately, no. And where Sanctuary have had a lovely first 1.5 minutes, it's eventually ODL coming out on top and getting the lead.
Yeah, slight overcommit from Louis, not able to end up connecting with that ball, and it just falling down to Shin to pop into that open net. Ends in quite a sad way for Shrine, as they have been on the attack for most of this game so far. Eventually against the run of play, that one's going to cross into middle, pre-flip from Ansu, and just like that, they've tied up the game 1-1.
And where Sank didn't really get anything done in the previous game, Ansu finally punishing ODL where they've been lacking in rotation. And this could be where Sanctuary will start to steamroll them, although we know that they haven't been too aggressive, too attacking. The firepower is definitely there. With Ansu here now on the left side as well. Potter up for it, looking for the first touch. Not really getting a second. Louis here to collect though. And with the passing opportunity down on the middle, Ansu's being reached. And beautiful shot put behind Deadly Dom in the bottom right corner is what gets Sanctuary the lead here.
Yeah, great play from Louis, baiting that defender in and then just slightly popping it over the top so that Ansu can get an incredible shot down into that bottom corner, and Shrine taking the lead here in game number 4, and Tenma staring down the barrel, but time will tell. Still 3 minutes left on the clock. That one is going to fall to Ansu, but a good save from Talbro to keep it in that back corner. Deadly Dom forwards, popped up by Talbro. Shin is going to be met by Louis, and that one is going to still stay in this ODL half, but eventually banged away in the end. And now Ansu going to try and pick it up in this corner, gets it past Shin, but now's got no boost to work with. Deadly Dom now onto the backboard. That one's going to bounce down, but not down enough, as Louis able to clear that one away. Is now still chasing, not too much boost to work with, just being annoying, trying to get the bump onto Shin. Shin very awkward, but no one really from the side of Shrine following it up. Shot coming through from Louis, saved by Deadly Dom. And now Ansu in this corner, trying to pass it back to Potter. Is going to get a 50 with Deadly Dom. And now Louis forwards. Awkward for Talbro off the ceiling, but does manage to get the reset and wave dash to go with it. There's now Potter 50 onto Shin as this one goes forwards. And now we seem to be back in this midfield battle we kind of had in game number 3. And we know that this is where ODL can thrive. So Shrine really up against it at the moment.
If Shrine don't convert any goals soon, it will be ODL to be able to come back into this match. And Shin here looking for a double tap. Ansu on the backboard, getting that ball away. Deadly Dom, unfortunate catch here, but with all the time in the world here on that left board, looking for a pass down the midfield, unfortunately not able to do so. And with the clock striking 1 minute 30, we're in double digits, 90 seconds left. And again, the woodwork here saving Sanctuary. How has this happened so many times to this team already? It's absolutely generational what we're seeing here. And ODL still keeps that pressure up. But Sanctuary, with beautiful defense here, is able to keep them at bay. And the counter-attack might be coming soon. Ansu getting that ball away. Potter jumping up a bit preemptively there. Louis blocking that ball. And here again, as the final minute commences, the ball falls in front of the net of Sanctuary, but they keep that ball away. They keep that net clean after that first goal against them. And Potter, with a very unfortunate double jump, is the one to crack under the pressure. And ODL back into the game with 50 seconds left. It could be anyone's game now.
Yeah, super awkward for Potter. A miss coming through from Ansu in front of the ball and leaving Potter in a pretty awkward situation. But now, 2-2. We really got this game on our hands. A good bump coming through onto Talbot. Louis sending that one forwards. Shin's going to pick it up. Ansu playing that one across, but no one really from Shrine able to go forward for it. And now Ansu over into that corner. None of the team from Shrine with much boost to work with. Louis now 50, ball across the middle. Potter is going to be able to fake out Talbot. Zero boost to work with, goes for the flick, but can't quite get enough power to get it over both. There's now Shin coming forwards. Ball down to Deadly Dom over the top of Louis. Deadly Dom still following this one. Is going to get the 50 with Ansu flying towards the backboard as Talbot popping it over two defenders. And now Louis is going to be able to get that one away. Currently staring down the barrel of OT here in game number 4. So that one's going to be sent forwards. Can we see more 0-second heroics? No, overtime.
The first overtime we see here in this series could very well be the last. As if Sanctuary would get this goal, they'd move on down to their lower bracket run and end the generational run that ODL's been putting up for us this week. But if ODL brings it to game 5, that would be a lovely scoreline and a lovely, lovely performance here for the ODL squad, as well as with the run that they've been having. With all the cards stacked against them, they have made it so far, and it would be a big shame to let it end like this in an overtime in Utopia Coliseum. And after these first 45 seconds, not really any team has been looking incredibly dangerous, but Deadly Dom might be able to change that. Potter now able to collect. Talbot looking for a redirect here. Open net opportunity to at least get a dangerous shot off. Louis not opting for it and just getting that ball away. Shin portraying a lovely bit of control here for us. As the ball goes down into the middle, it's going to be Deadly Dom looking for the conversion. Not really hitting it like he wanted to. And with Louis up here as well, Sanctuary has been under pressure for a bit now. Could it be ODL converting, or is it going to be typical Sanctuary keeping that ball on their side as long as they can, waiting for that overcommit?
Yeah, this one might be coming forwards. Louis shot towards net, saved by Shin. Now Potter, 50, back across into the middle. 50 with Ansu from Deadly Dom. There's now Ansu still trying to follow this one up. Shin trying to come forwards. Potter able to cut and get this one back towards the ODL half. Ball out to Louis. Shot off the post, almost off the second. And that's the opportunity Shrine were looking for. But now it's coming back the other way. ODL, Talbot's shot is going to only go as far as the corner. Louis trying to meet it. Can't quite connect. Ansu, no boost. Shin up towards the corner. And ODL take game number 4.
This could be one of the biggest mental blows I've seen in a while, Chebs. An open net opportunity to convert and bring yourself this series home was on Sanctuary's side. They could have done it. Unfortunately, Louis not the one to bring it home. And Shin on the other side had the one-on-one against Ansu. Clearly able to deal with the pressure that's been on his shoulders for this entire series. Even this entire playoffs. And he's been able to do it. He's able to bring it to game 5. And the only question that pops up in my head, Chebs, is Sanctuary's Shrine able to deal with a mental blow this big?
As someone that's friendly with Potter, he's very much a nervous man. So it's not something that I would love to put on his shoulders. But it's something about being a Rocket League player. You've got to be able to take on this pressure. The games are so short. You've got to be able to continue on these games. And going into game number 5, very much on Champions Field, where Shrine need to step up to stop this Tenma rampage that they're on through these last 2 games.
Could it be the reverse sweep? As many bigger names have already proven themselves here on Champions Field at RLCS, it will have to be here at RSC as well for these 2 teams. Will it be Shrine or will it be Tenma making it through to the next round, keeping themselves alive in the playoffs? We are only 5 minutes removed here from the very strong start here by Sanctuary. Ansu very dangerous here. Potter looking for a conversion already. Shots coming off from Sanctuary right out of the gate. But ODL have been able to deal with it, have been able to keep the sheets clean for now. But Ansu still looking for some boost here on the left-hand side, looking for a challenge here as well. Tao having any of it, leaving Shin with a 2-on-1 opportunity. Louis trying to get that ball away here as well. But Talbro keeping that pressure up. Deadly Dom trying to do the same here. Shin able to collect. And with Louis here in the corner. The rotation needs to be spotless on Sank's side, and they've done so accordingly. Potter gets a good pop over, trying to find Louis. Deadly Dom here with the interception and looking for a counter-attack.
Yeah, but Louis able to cut that one out. Back into the corner of ODL as a 50 comes through. Ball across. Potter going to be the one to collect it. Bounces it off that sidewall. Talbro not able to do much with it. Is going to get demoed by Ansu for it. And now Louis gets the 50, but only as far as Shin, who's going to pop that one up high. Ansu not able to get there. A great shot from Deadly Dom. And here in game number 5 is where you really need to step up, and Deadly Dom has very much done that.
A beautiful pass down the field on from Shin on to Deadly Dom with the last minuscule boost particles that he's had in his boost tank. Able to convert a beautiful goal in Sanctuary. Falling apart here, unable to deal with the pressure. The back pass, not what you want to see there. Louis caught off guard. Ansu on 0 boost here now as well. They need to stay calm. They need to stay collected. And with a beautiful pass there from Louis, trying to find Potter here. It's looking like they don't really give anything with it. Ansu, ball rolling over the line. Potter and Louis both up for it as well. But it's still ODL hanging on by a thread, hanging on to that lead. All the life force in them in this series. And it could be the reverse sweep of dreams for them here.
Yeah, whereas this one in that back corner. Ansu trying to bring it out. Deadly Dom back across, and Potter's there to meet it. Shin now across into the middle. Louis going to bang that one forwards. Everyone from ODL a little bit overcommitted. Deadly Dom trying to play that one to the corner. Shin there to help him out. As this one now, Talbro pops it forwards. Deadly Dom up again. Can he do it? Off the post. Shin now following up. Shot towards net. Hits the crossbar down. And Tenma really sitting in the driving seat.
Oh my goodness. Tenma wearing the pants in this relationship. Shin hitting the bar once, hitting it twice as well. Where the woodwork's always been in favor of Sanctuary. It's finally going the way of ODL. And you don't want to see it happen in a game 5. And not even is that the worst thing. It's in a reverse sweep fashion. Sanctuary still playing chaotic, playing stressfully. And with all the balls that they've been given away, the control, the possession that they've missed out on in the past 2 games is a trend that's been continuing down this game as well. And with those kind of commits, with those kind of challenges, with the ball ending up on your own half, he's kind of getting a cookie netted from their own dough. And Ansu is trying to get a pass downfield here. Shin looking to collect, does so accordingly. Potter able to keep the pressure on here. Louis looking for the shot, but unfortunately not being reached. And Ansu now the only one in the back for Sanctuary, where the defense have been so solid throughout the entire series, throughout the entire playoffs. It's looking all too shaky now, Chebs.
Definitely so, as Ansu trying to salvage something. Demo comes through, Potter with an open net, and that might be the one to turn this game 5 around. Maybe some more fuel to the fire There's a great demo coming through from Ansu, gives Potter a completely open net to halve their deficit.
All credits to the Romanian there. Great chemistry between the two. The pressure is building up towards both of these teams. And it's looking still like it's going to go ODL's way right after the kickoff here as well. Ansu here now. Gets a beautiful touch down the left-hand side. Looking for some boost here. Gets a pass down the middle. No one there from Sanctuary, and that is all too shameful. A rotation that's been too defensive for them. It hasn't worked for them this entire match. And where Ansu had the demo, had the open opportunity for his teammates to convert, none of them were there to assist him, to help him out, to get that tie scoreline back on track. And with only 60 seconds left here, Chebs, ODL just need to do one thing, and that is to keep that ball away as far from the net as possible.
Yeah, but here we see Shrine still trying to come forwards as Talbot's going to pick this one up. Bangs it forwards. Louis now got to get the touch, does so, gets it into that corner. Now Deadly Dom onto the corner, tries to get a double, can't quite. Potter's there, but gets bumped on his way through. Ansu over to the sidewall. Anyone from Shrine able to follow up? Just about. Ansu banging that one forwards. Shim with a whiff. And now Talbot has to do something, is able to get one up high and a follow-up to help out his team. This one going forwards. Ansu now a little bit over-committee from the side of ODL. Ansu can't quite connect, fakes it out. Louis shot. Oh, the bump coming through from Ansu, but Deadly Dom's still able to get back onto it. Now Potter 50, ball's going to fall to Deadly Dom. That one's going to be heading goalwards. Louis able to get it up onto the bar, but this is not where you want to be with only 3 seconds left of this game 5. Ansu missing the boost as well. This one's going to go up. Deadly Dom trying to just get it down. Ten Madu complete the reverse sweep, and that's it for Shrine. First place in league play, knocked out by 6th.
Oh my goodness, what a generational run are we witnessing here, Chebs? Against all the odds, coming all the way from 6th in league play, making their way through play-ins, making their way through playoffs quite comfortably, might I add, have faced their first real challenge today in the form of Sanctuary Shrine. And in what a way have they brought back this series? If you're looking at the stats, it's basically gone Sanctuary's way all the way throughout this series. But ODL, again, against all odds, have made it work with only 9 goals in their favour.
Yeah, Talbro chatting with me in the chat after that game, saying my hate watch not coming through. And I mean, he is right. ODL taking that one in game number 5, and yeah, what a series.
Unbelievable. And ODL have got everything to thank Shin for. 2,000 points dropped, 8 saves, but almost half of the goals that have been converted for them have come from this man, and he will definitely be a player to look out for DSQ, who's lost 4-1 against Rupelli in the upper final best of 7, which will be the next team that ODL will face in their lower bracket run. If we have a look at the bracket right now as well, we can see that Volps Rupelli have, well, it's not updated yet, but I think it's been confirmed, no?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah, it's been confirmed. Good.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Is it?
Still playing. It's 3-2.
Oh, my goodness.
3-2 to Rupelli. And Keanu are winning
3-2.
in game 6.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we have seen dreams been shattered at Neo Tokyo before. It could happen for DSQ as well, but it's still up for grabs. It's looking like Rupelli might go through to the grand finals and DSQ to the lower, but not everything's been decided yet. The only thing that has been decided for us here today is that ODL's gone away with a 3-2 victory. And that means only one thing here, Chebs. That means that the B stream is no longer needed for this playoffs weekend. Quickly, everyone head over to that main stream. Go root for either Keanu or Rupelli, who are having a beautiful showdown at Neo Tokyo. And that leaves us with one last thing. Chebs, I want to thank you so much for today. All the casting talent here on the B stream as well. A big shout out to Flair as well for the broadcast. and of course, everyone that's been supporting their teams, their franchises in the chat.
This is trophi.ai, an AI Rocket League coach, and it's absolutely crazy what you can do with this. If you've ever heard of ballchasing.com, it's a lot like that, but on steroids.
You can press P and a pro demo will come up, and this is what's so cool and so unique about Trophi, is that this is not seen anywhere else, and it's just a great way to kind of show you how to do a training pack without having to side by side watch a YouTube video.
And this is actually really cool. Training paths. So you basically, you know the skill trees from Assassin's Creed, Spider-Man, Sekiro, you know that sort of games where you have to, you get skill points, use them, you unlock new skills. This is sort of very similar, but instead of actually getting skill points, you're actually doing the mechs. And also a cool feature as well, guys, watch this. You can slow it down. You can actually slow-mo it like this. So if you're really struggling, what you need to do, you can actually look for yourself and just have a look at the exact sort of movements that you're doing there. Look, it's really cool. I really like it. And
alongside helping with mechanics, it also has a feature that analyzes any of your saved replays. That way you can see what you're doing well and what you need to improve on. It even has this cool post-game analysis that you can see stats from the game you just played.
This isn't just merch, it's what teams wear when they mean business. Every stitch, every print, every detail, made to perform. Trusted by the grind, from grassroots to championship halls. Build your team store. We're the brand that wins. SpartanWare, trusted by the grind.